Journal Record Capital correspondent Catherine Sweeney joins us to discuss more stories making news in business this week. Catherine, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I understand Governor Fallin has added more state questions to the November ballot. What has she added?
The legislature actually passed a few joint resolutions, which means they are the ones who decided to put something on the ballot. She authorized those. So there are two big ones. The first one is pretty controversial. It would allow school districts to shift some of their money that they have to spend on buildings and infrastructure, so air conditioning, side paths, building improvements. There's a special fund for that, and this would allow them to shift money out of that and put it to any other kind of operations like teacher pay. So the reason that supporters pushed this is they said it gives more flexibility to districts, it's their money, they should be allowed to spend it however they want. But education officials and all kinds of other opponents are saying it's actually just going to put the blame on school districts when they don't have enough money and they start letting their buildings get into disrepair. And then the other one, it would allow the governor and the lieutenant governor to run together like the president and vice president do now. Right now in Oklahoma, we have those as completely separate races, and theoretically you could have a Republican in the governor's office and a Democrat in the lieutenant governor's office. So this would ensure, supporters say this would ensure that they work together and they're kind of on the same page as far as policy and philosophy go.
Okay, turning to economic news now, Catherine. Second quarter earnings reports are making news, with some Oklahoma companies reporting big profits and others losing millions. Who are the winners and losers?
You might not know of the big winner here if you're not following oil and gas, but Williams, a pipeline company, did great this quarter. The more household names that you've probably heard of are not doing so well. Devon lost $425 million for the quarter, and Chesapeake is still working on paying down its billions of dollars of debt, so it lost some too.
And PACOM, a payroll and personnel software company, had a great second quarter. What's happening for them?
We are already seeing on a consumer level that tech is taking over. We all have our iPhones. There's all kinds of apps that make your life a little easier. Well, PACOM is taking that kind of convenience to companies. This is helping them kind of streamline things, and it's a big tech center here in Oklahoma. They completely blew their projections out of the water this quarter.
All right, Catherine Sweeney with the Journal Record. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.